everyone, puppy lovers, Ruffie lover, mini golden doodle, micro golden doodle, teacup, teddy bear doodle lovers. Hi. All right, so Ruffie is in her second pregnancy, and the first was early January 2023. So here we are 18 months later. For those of you who are new to this channel and to my breeding program, my name is Laurie and I live outside of Seattle in Sammamish, which is a suburb outside of Seattle. We've been here for about 5 years. My family's been here for about 25 years. So we love Seattle, and I love the dog culture here. I love that there is, there's so many opportunities to connect with other puppy owners or dog owners. And because I think of the rain, there's a ton of dog cafes, dog parks, dog bars. Some of my closest friends are people whom I've met through the dog community. So I have to say just a little shout out to the Seattle dog community, because it's full of wonderful people, good hearts, good pups, all of those fun things. So Ruffie's first pregnancy was a little bit different than this one, and I wanted to do this video mostly so that I remember, but also because I did promise kind of updates along the way. Ruffie, she bred with the same stud, Giovanni, and he lives in Salt Lake City. There's a lot of footage on my Instagram about our trip 2 months ago to Salt Lake City. We flew in, we stayed in Deer Valley. It was beautiful. If you haven't been there, I suggest going. It's really a beautiful, beautiful place, fairly remote. And we saw Giovanni 3 times. We worked with this amazing vet there. We did insemination, which is part of my process, so I don't leave. Anytime I can, I eliminate room for error. So for example, I don't let the dogs just kind of like have a couple days in the backyard by themselves. That's incredibly dangerous. We did artificial insemination, and we had obviously all the DNA from last time, and we had the chromosome analysis and medical analysis, hereditary diseases analysis. So choosing this stud was very, very thoughtful. In addition to that, the way that I breed in terms of Ruffie's health and safety for both her and the boy dog is very, very safe. So at all times trying to eliminate any of the kind of chaos that goes on in the dog breeding world, right? So this is a really important process, and it's close to my heart, and I hope that that shows through in the Instagram and on my videos. I absolutely love working with dogs, working with Ruffie, the breeding process, meeting all the vets, asking tons of questions. I'm like that annoying person in the vet office who's asking way too many questions, but I just love this process, and you'll see the videos once we start with the breeding process, early neurological stimulation, noise exposure. I love all of it. I grew up with dogs. I grew up in Colorado, fairly remote environment. My family, had a farm when they were younger, so we're animal people. In addition to that, I teach yoga, and I feel like the time that I spend with Ruffie and her puppies in this really beautiful maternal primal space, especially right now during the birthing process, it's such a rich space. It almost feels like meditation to me. I have a meditation practice and I teach meditation, and it feels like this time just in the elements with the animals in this really kind of root level space where you're just kind of in the rhythm of the calendar year in terms of the winter and the breeding season, and you're just in the natural rhythms which contain us, and I think sometimes we forget that. I love spending time with animals. I feel at my best. I feel like my best self emanates when I'm spending time with animals. So having said that, this time around Ruffie is not as hungry, so I was a little shocked by that. And then she was a little more nauseous earlier in her pregnancy, which the vet did say that she was, most dogs are pregnant or are nauseous during pregnancy, and it happens more often the second or third time around. She is very round. She's very round. It's so cute. She's the roundest little dog. I've never seen her this round before. Her last pregnancy was kind of like she wasn't this rotund, so it's so sweet. To to my knowledge, she's not uncomfortable. She's still, going right up the stairs, too. We have stairs on all the beds and the couch, so she's using her little stairs, but she doesn't seem to be uncomfortable to the point where she's moving differently or breathing differently or any of those things. Of course she's tired, but so she seems okay. This time around, all she wants is chicken. She doesn't want anything to do with anything else. Last pregnancy, she wanted everything under the sun. So this time around, her chicken, I think these pups are going to be like chicken pups because she has had so much chicken. She likes white meat. She doesn't really like dark meat, but she'll eat it if it's a last resort. She also loves all the Life's Abundance treats. I give her the petite turkey heart treats. I give her the lamb and venison treats, turkey berry treats. So she has a lot of treats as well. We love the no-hide rice bones. She loves to chew on those. So she has a really good diet. The rest of the year, when it's not her season, we feed her Farmer's Dog. And I alternate between Farmer's Dog, pork, and beef and turkey, and then I do Darwin's National or Originals or something. It's just Darwin's, and I get lamb from them for her, and I get beef, and sometimes we get turkey. So she has everything under the sun, preparing her for her whelping process and to be the best mom, both in terms of temperament and also in terms of nutrition. What else was I going to say about this rough? Oh, okay. So this pregnancy has been a little different. We use a vet in Olympia, which means we're driving from Seattle to Olympia a lot during the gestation period, which is only 63 days or 9 weeks. So early on, we had an ultrasound, and it was very sweet. We know that you can't get an accurate count on ultrasound, but typically it's accurate. So our ultrasound was 6 puppies, and so this whole time we've been planning for 6, and lo and behold, yesterday at her final x-rays, which is on day 58 or 59, there showed 7 puppies. And so we were elated, we're so excited. I cannot believe, I was shocked. I was all set for 6. And the cool thing is that I'm learning so much as we go. So when I spoke to all the people and veterinarians in Salt Lake City, they had said, well, the best way to prepare for litter count is, her mother and also her previous litter. So we talked about Ruffie's mother and how many were in Ruffie's litter, and there were 6. And then, of course, her previous litter was 6. So I was pretty set on the idea that she would have 6. And so when we found 7, it was like, oh my gosh, it was like an added little bonus. So we've got 7 puppies and lucky number 7. So stay tuned if you have any questions about Little Miss Ruff or my process, or if you want to come meet me or meet the puppies, I'm happy to do so. The next video I will probably be doing is when they're born. So stay tuned, and we'll have lots and lots of content as the puppies are born. I do coffee in the mornings on Instagram Live, which is I just wake up and I grab my phone and I get a coffee and I live for about an hour, and we just watch the puppies. So it's a really good way, like in the mornings you just check in and say, oh, what are the puppies doing today? It's a really cool, like, step-by-step, oh, they look, now their eyes are open, or now they're, gently playing or pawing at each other, or whatever they're doing, or sleeping or nursing, or so it's just really cute to see it all unfold, and that's one thing that people have told me about my particular way of breeding, and also the way that I post on socials, is how the exposure is really good, and the transparency. I love this process, and I love sharing it and showing it to others, and we also learn, right? I learn a lot from you. I learn a lot from your questions and your inquisitive nature and all of those things. So thank you again. So excited that you're on this journey with us, and we'll talk soon.